Have you ever been to Mobile, Alabama? Well, you have now. Driving through the tunnel in downtown Mobile. This is the I-10 tunnel. And it's amazing how they keep the bay from flooding this tunnel, because the bay is just to the right side of the tunnel wall here. So I guess they got a lot of pumps or something. But anyway, wake up Chili Pup, good morning. I am heading eastbound. I've left Mississippi. Had a good night in the casino parking lot. That was a good trip, great place. And my destination's probably gonna be somewhere around Pensacola. But I am gonna detour down through Gulf Shores, Alabama and Orange Beach, Alabama. I just wanna ride through there and see if the overnight parking restrictions are as strict and heavy-handed as what I've heard. So what I've heard is that overnight parking in Gulf Shores or Orange Beach is impossible, that it's not even a thing, and that the beaches that are called free public beaches really are not, because you have to pay to park even to walk and look at the beach. So it sounds pretty bad, but I don't want to relay this information till I go and find out for myself. But right now I can share this much with you. So I got on the gulfshores.gov website and read the rules about parking. There are several pay-for parking lots in town, and it's $15 for the day, but the day does not mean 24 hours. You must vacate, even if you paid for the whole time, you must vacate by 2 a.m. and you got to go somewhere else, and then you can come back and pay again at 7 a.m. So it seems like if you're there all the way up to 2 a.m., why not just let you stay the other 4 hours till the sun comes up? But no, it's really heavy-handed. And then there's nowhere to go between 2 a.m. and sunrise. Okay, I just drove through Gulf Shores, Alabama. Now I'm in Orange Beach, Alabama, and the information is absolutely true. You could forget overnight parking here. I decided just to drive on into Florida. This is Perdido Key, Florida. This is the Welcome Center, and I'm feeling so welcome right now. Let me tell you why I'm feeling so welcome. Because the beach and the boardwalk's right across the street here. There's the dunes. But if you want to go and look at the beach, let me zoom in here. Can you read that brown sign to the right? You got to pay $2 just to walk over and look at the beach. I mean, everything is a fee. And back in Gulf Shores on their website, they say it is free parking in town, but they won't tell you where it is. But they will definitely show you exactly where the paid parking areas are, right on their website. It's just so wrong. And the parking restrictions even apply to street parking in town. No street parking after 2 a.m. either. So what do you do between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m.? I mean, I am not against paying for parking, but when I pay for parking, I want to be able to park there. You know what I mean? And it says all day pass for $15, but it's not. It's until 2 a.m. And if you don't arrive until 7 p.m., then you're not really getting much for your money. So here's that sign again. I wish I could zoom a little further, but yeah, that's what it says. $2 just to walk over and look at the beach. That's if you park here in the visitor center, which you can only be here for a couple of hours and you gotta move on too. The Welcome Center. I feel so welcome. So I thought by coming over into Florida, the parking would be a little less restrictive, but so far it's not. So I'm gonna head on down to Pensacola. I lived in Pensacola for 6 months back in 2013. And I think they even have a Walmart that still allows overnight parking. And we're gonna go and find out. Hey, I found one. A free parking spot here on Perdido Key, Florida Beach. But it looks like the public beach is just as wide as the space between those two condos. That's it. Let's walk down and check it out. All right, so I've been looking for signs that say that you need to pay. I don't mind paying, but yeah, I think this is free. Okay, so they got a porta potty here, trash container, Here's the signage from sunrise to sunset. No dogs, no pets, and beware of the rip currents. No lifeguard. So here's the beach path. So yeah, this is the tiniest public beach I've ever seen. Oh, they found it in their big hearts to give us a spot that's about 30 feet wide. And they've got ropes up down here where you can't even walk on the beach. It's in front of the condo. How could this even be legal? Look at that. Zoom in. They've roped off the beach down here. You've got a spot that's about, let's see, the Matty Wagon's 20 feet. You could park 2 cars bumper to bumper here, and that's it. Oh, I think there is access down by the water though. Let's go check that out. Okay, this is a little bit insane here. So every other state I've been to that has beaches, like Oregon, Texas, California, as soon as the dunes start to where the water starts, anybody can walk on this area, but not here in Florida or Alabama beaches. No, it's different. They claim this property all the way down to the water. Unbelievable. Yeah, so public, you get between this fence and between this fence. This is what you get. It's a maximum of 40 feet wide. See, you can't walk over there. You can't walk over there. You can go right here. That's it. Why am I laughing? I'm laughing to keep from crying. If you come down here to where the water starts, then you can walk down this little strip of beach. Single file only, please. Line up, one in front of the other. No double spacing. It's really sad that the people let this happen. The only good thing about this public beach is that the parking is free. All the others you have to pay. And they're all about the same size, really. Not very large at all. Yeah, it's a shame that the people allowed this to happen. So as we walk back, if you've been watching my videos for the last few weeks with me being down on the Texas coast, you folks in Texas have it made compared to the Alabama beaches and the Florida beaches as far as access for free or almost free, because this is what you get here in Perdido Key, Florida. I'm just glad I didn't have to pay $15 to park and get this little segment of video. I feel very grateful that I was able to park here for free for that, 3 minutes of video. All right, let's move on. Oh, I guess I should clarify before I drive away. This parking and this beach is only accessible from sunup till sundown. That's it. That's all you get. Well, would you look at this? I found free public beach access. I am now on Pensacola Beach, my old stomping grounds. So let's go down and enjoy the beach. Still no overnight camping, city ordinance, but it doesn't say anything about no overnight parking. This is talking about the tents have to be removed every day and that kind of thing. So I might try this for overnight. We'll see. This is more like it. Let's go back and talk about the beach I just left. I'll call it the 40-foot beach. Here's the issue I have with that is, let's say you live there and you work there and you make your living cleaning those condo rooms and hotel rooms as a housekeeper, and you don't make enough to afford one of those places, so you are going to have to use public beach access when you want to go down to the beach yourself and enjoy your weekend or your day off, you're going to be limited to that little 40-foot wide strip. You know, that's just not fair for people who live and work there, and they don't really get to enjoy much beach at all. Something about that just seems so wrong on so many levels, to let those developers scoop up so much beach, and they didn't partition out enough public beach, in my opinion. But I guess the bright side is you can come to a place like this, which is about an hour and a half away from Perdido. This is actually a national preserve. No building and no development can happen on this beach. And I think it's about a 10-mile stretch of it. This is about 5 miles east of Pensacola Beach, but on the same peninsula. When we walk back up the boardwalk, I'll show you just how narrow this land strip is, because you can stand on the boardwalk and look south and see the Gulf and look north and see the bay. It's such a narrow strip of land. I'm still not sure where I'll spend the night. I'm kind of worried if I park here in the parking lot, I'm going to end up getting the knock at around midnight, and that would be terrible to have to get up, try to find a new place to go. So I got to start figuring it out. Let's start heading back. Okay, so looking south, that's the ocean or the Gulf, and then panning to the north, there's the bay right there. Zoom. That's how narrow this strip of land is. And there's a paved road that goes all the way down to Navarre Beach. So when we pull out of the parking lot, I'm going to take a right and continue eastward. These dunes used to be so tall back when I was a kid, and then the hurricanes came through and flattened them out. But the dunes down here used to be 4 or 5 stories high. Okay, so let's start moving on eastward. They've got a place in the road down here where the sea turtles cross, so if they're crossing, we'll have to stop and let them pass. So, you know, this is the way it was back when I was a kid. You wanted to come to the beach, you just drove down the beach and pulled off the road and went to the beach. It was really simple. It wasn't all this parking confusion back then. Oh, this guy's stuck. Look at that white truck right there. Oh, he's down to the axles. He pulled over in the soft sand. You got to watch it down here. You got to look for the hard pack. But yeah, this is a simple and inexpensive way to go to the beach. It doesn't have to be a big production and a big expense just to go and enjoy the beach. Now, I've got nothing against the big fancy hotels. You got the money, you want to spend it and go and enjoy a fancy hotel, you should be able to do that. But we got to have some balance, where we can't just have all the beaches scooped up by developers. So I'm glad to see that they saved this place. But still, I think it'd be reasonable to allow people to stay here for a few nights for a low fee or even free. Yeah, if we keep going the way we're going, then only the super wealthy are going to be able to come and visit the beach for any extended period of time. All right, I got to figure out a place to park for the night, so we'll wrap this one up. I'll check in tomorrow and let you know what happened. Thanks for watching. Take care, be well, and smash the bell.